how are you using AI to attract, find, and employ the best people to work for you? I was speaking a couple of weeks ago at the AHRI conference, Australian Human Resources Institute conference, here in Perth, and I was delivering the closing keynote presentation talking about leading through disruption and the future of work. And I attended some of the earlier sessions, and there's a huge emphasis this year on AI in the HR role, and it's really positive, and I was really pleased to see that there were so many HR professionals who now see AI as a really powerful tool that they can use in their professional roles and for the people in the organization as well. But I've also heard some negative stories about recruiters and employers in the way that they view candidates who are using AI as part of the job application process, whether they're using it to help draft their resumes, or they're even using it in online interviews where they've got an AI coach next to them helping them answer the interviewer's questions. And generally that's seen as a negative from the employer's viewpoint. And I think that's a mistake, because you want people who are open to AI, who are excited about AI, who are enthusiastic about AI. And frankly, when they're using it in the job application process, then they're using it to solve a real problem in their life. And that's exactly the sort of person that you want in your organization. And, they may be a little bit rough around the edges with the use of AI, where it might be really obvious that they're using AI, but that doesn't mean you should reject them. In fact, it's the exact opposite. They're the sort of people you might want in your team because they're already using AI effectively for themselves. And what you want is for them to use AI effectively in the organization as well. And in fact, there's somebody who turns up at an interview or even early in the process who responds to a job ad that you put out. If they've used AI, that might not be the first time that they're using AI in this job application process. You might see that as the first time they're using AI when dealing with you, and you might have a negative perception, but they might be using it in a number of different ways. For example, and I shared at the AHRI conference, some of the ways that candidates applying for a job might be using AI, and you might see them at the end of the process when they come to you and they're using AI. But they may be doing a lot of other things before that. They might have been using LinkedIn's AI-based career search to help them understand what sort of career might be right for them, and then using JobGether to again look at their careers and figure out what's right for them. Then they would go to a tool like Lightcast AI to see what the job market has available in the areas that they're interested in, and looking at things like JobScan to search, using AI to search for jobs that might suit. And then they'd go to a site like Work 180, which will help them evaluate whether the employers they're looking at are a good fit for their own personal values. Then they use other AI search tools like Adsuna. They use Resi to help craft their resume. They might use CoverDoc AI to put their the document in their application together. And they might even be using a tool like Udly to coach them with their interview skills before they go to an interview. So all of these tools, and you don't need to remember them all or understand them all or use them all, but all of these tools are things that candidates who are applying for a job with you might be using along their journey way before they even get to engage with you and have an interaction with you. So aren't those the sort of people that you want in your organization? And if you want to be a talent magnet and attract the best people, then make sure that AI skills is one of the skills that you are positive about and that you encourage in the people who are applying for jobs with you. And of course, within your culture as well, make sure you identify the AI champions who are the ones who are going to drive AI forward in your organization. And this is not just about AI. It's about finding, attracting, and then being a good enough employer of choice, employing the people who are going to be the best people who are going to work for you in your team, in your organization. If you'd like to know more about being a talent magnet and some of these ideas, not only about AI, but about the sort of things that employees want now and how you can attract the best people, come along to my free public online presentation, which is coming up very, very soon, and it's free, so it's open to everybody. So please register and invite others in your team and your network to register as well. I'm sure you'll get value from it, because I'm looking at the future of work and what employees want in the future and how you can attract the best people to position yourself well for the future. I look forward to seeing you there. I'll see you soon.